special.
No, and they're going to want to make it go away. But of course, this is why when the president says fake news, everybody goes nuts. This is exactly what he's talking about. The use of an individual, and this is on the theory of like too good to check, right? Mm-hmm. That they get what they need from their source to move several days. It was a huge story at the time. It was another nail in the thousand nails, yeah, as you've noted. And then they get that mileage, and they figured that that's all that they need, and they gin this up in this way, and then it just goes away. It floats away. But the viewers know it. CNN is now losing their programs to things like Ancient Aliens. So obviously, Ancient Aliens doing things that CNN won't do and can't do. So this is what the president complains about. It's what you see the crowds at the rallies, yelling at CNN about. It hurts not just Cohen and this entire process legally, but how media is viewed again. It's another nail in a coffin, but it's not of President Trump's. It's of legacy media and what they're willing to do.
Well, and I'm just severely disappointed in the whole legal world right now. Aren't you saddened?
The legal world.
Yes. How these lawyers are just terrible, Juan.
Giuliani? Yeah, I would agree with that. But I'm way in disagreement with all of you on this one, because it seems to me like you're in the weeds and you're just playing out this tired theme of, oh, the right wing hates the elite mainstream media. This is not a big story in terms of CNN says they're standing by their story. They say they have corroboration for the story. They've had every opportunity to say, hey, we made a mistake. In addition to which, remember, CNN fired reporters when reporters got an earlier story about Trump wrong. So I would think that people on the right would say, CNN's not firing anybody in this case. They're not backing off. And the one who's saying that he did something wrong is Lanny Davis. Mm-hmm. Lanny Davis is a stand-up guy here and saying, hey, I was...
Stand-up guy? He made stuff up about the president.
And then he lied about it.
He said he was speculating, Brian, and he has acknowledged that he was wrong.
You don't buy that, right?
What?
You don't buy that he was speculating.
That's what he said.
But I know, but you watched what he said. He goes, I have information.
I'm just saying, if you want to know the important story here, the important story was when Cohen stood up in a court and implicated the president in an illegal payoff of a porn star.
But when everyone involved is lying at some point, look, if you see a crowd of people who are lying at some point about a variety of issues, and then you've got a guy who's been threatened with life in prison, but pledging that he knows something, no wonder people don't take it seriously.
Wait a second, he was in court. He could be in jail.
He gave them don't liberals all the time argue that people will say and they'll confess to things they've never done before simply because of the pressure by law enforcement?
Can I make just one point, though? Several times, and I think Maggie Haberman's reporting the New York Times at least twice, stories broken, legal camp on the president's side have said, not true. Or the president even said, fake news, or the spokesperson said, not true. Then 5 or 6 months later, you turn on, oh, it actually is true. So I think that the media is being played a little bit by both sides on the legal side of things. It's difficult to try these cases in a court of public opinion.
But you know what the thing is? There's one side that definitely wants their story to be true, so they're willing to play more fast and loose. Can we talk about Bruce